Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. What a beautiful weekend, beautiful Monday morning. I know Friday night it really rained, and boy, that storm that came through, a little tough here in North Georgia. Listen, here's what we're going to do. I don't want to get sidetracked. And you know how easy that is for me. So there are the ways that you can contact our show. That's our phone number. You can text me, tell me what you think. And also there's the email address and all the ways you can follow us on social media. Destiny, I sent you a video and I said it's the first one we're going to use today. So let's just open up immediately with that video if you have it ready.
For the room to settle before he begins his address.
Last night, the United States brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. The United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years. Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority of my administration. U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style. The U.S. personnel were incredible. I got to watch much of it. No personnel were lost in the operation, while a large number of Baghdadi's fighters and companions were killed with him. He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. The compound had been cleared by this time, with people either surrendering or being shot and killed. 11 young children were moved out of the house and are uninjured. The only ones remaining were Baghdadi in the tunnel, and he had dragged 3 of his young children with him. They were led to certain death. He reached the end of the tunnel as our dogs chased him down. He ignited his vest, killing himself and the 3 children. His body was mutilated by the blast. The tunnel had caved in on it in addition. But test results gave certain, immediate, and totally positive identification. It was him. The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, in total panic and dread, terrified of the American forces bearing down on him. We were in the compound for approximately 2 hours, and after the mission was accomplished, we took highly sensitive material and information from the raid, much having to do with ISIS, origins, future plans, things that we very much want. Baghdadi's demise demonstrates America's relentless pursuit of terrorist leaders and our commitment to the enduring and total defeat of ISIS and other terrorist organizations. Our reach is very long. As you know, last month we announced that we recently killed Hamza bin Laden, the very violent son of Osama bin Laden, who was saying very bad things about people, about our country, about the world. He was the heir apparent to Al-Qaeda, terrorists who oppress and murder innocent people should never sleep soundly, knowing that we will completely destroy them. These savage monsters will not escape their fate, and they will not escape the final judgment of God. Baghdadi has been on the run for many years, long before I took office. But at my direction, as Commander-in-Chief of the United States, we obliterated his caliphate 100% in March of this year. Today's events are another reminder that we will continue to pursue the remaining ISIS terrorists to their brutal end. That also goes for other terrorist organizations. They are likewise in our sights. Baghdadi and the losers who worked for him, and losers they are, they had no idea what they were getting into. In some cases, they were very frightened puppies. In other cases, they were hardcore killers. But they killed many, many people. Their murder of innocent Americans, James Foley, Stephen Sotloff, Peter Kasich, and Kayla Mueller, were especially heinous. The shocking publicized murder of Jordanian pilot, a wonderful young man, spoke to the king of Jordan. They all knew him, they all loved him. He was burned alive in a cage for all to see on the execution of Christians in Libya and Egypt, as well as the genocidal mass murder of Yazidis, rank ISIS among the most depraved organizations in the history of our world. The forced religious conversions, the orange suits prior to so many beheadings, all of which were openly displayed for the world to see. This was all that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, this is what he wanted. This is what he was proud of. He was a sick and depraved man, and now he's gone. Baghdad.
Back to me.
Baghdad.
Now he's gone. Destiny, I just sent you a picture, just so you know, so whenever I want it ready. Now he's gone. You know, I don't want to. I came this morning and I said, you know what, I'm going to stay focused, and I don't want to go after the media yet. We will. I don't want to start the criticism at this time, but we will. But I said, you know what, I want to honor the families. I want to do something the media is not doing today. Give me number 15. Okay. Number 15 is James Foley, American journalist. Remember number 16? When we watched this brutal murderer decapitate this man? Now, I'll get into this a little later, but, you know, the media has went berserk over Washington Post reporter Khashoggi. I just wish today they'd show the same respect. So let's remember, okay? Let's remember, whether you like I'm showing this or not, the Foley family. This guy's captured by ISIS. Number 16, James Foley. Just give you a little bit here for a journalist. Okay, James Wright Foley died August 19th, 2014. Now, I just want to say something, and you could call me whatever. You said, well, you're not going to criticize, but I just want to highlight that on on August 19th, 2014, when this man was beheaded and you go to Wikipedia and you see cause of death, beheading, it's American. Barack Hussein Obama is President of the United States, whether you like that or not. Let's go to, I might show the video. I know I sent it to Destiny. I'm not for sure yet. Let's go to number 17. Steven Sotloff. Steven Sotloff, okay? Died September 2nd, 2014. In a Syrian desert. Beheaded. Number 18. We watched Stephen. See that? As these brutal murderers captured these innocent people within the desert there, took them out to the desert, and did video. They put this on video, and they put it for the world to see. They cut his head off. Sorry, folks. Decapitated. Number 17, Stephen. Let's go to number 19. Peter Kazak. I think the president pronounced his name Kazak. He was an aid worker. He died November 16th, 2014. 2014. Now, there's one thing I want to do before I go too much further. You understand, ISIS, with Barack Obama as President of the United States, they thought, and they did continue to do this. At no time did Obama put any kind of fear in these people not to make their next move. That's right. Just keep that in mind. So I guess not saying anything doesn't exactly help. Go to number 20. Here's Peter out in the desert getting ready to be beheaded. Getting ready. Here he is out in the desert. Aid worker. It's 3. And let's go to number 21. Now I'm going to play her video in a little bit. And there's a lot of comments coming out about her family. Comments they made. But ABC did a in-depth story a couple years back. It might be worth watching here around 9:30, her story. This is Kaylee Mueller. Died February 6, 2015. You know, she was captured and held and raped for a period of time by this ISIS brutal animal. No words can describe. On August 3rd, 2013, it's where she was captured by ISIS. August 3rd, 2013. I'm going to say this whether anybody like it or not. 2013, August 3rd. February 6, 2015, she was put to death at the age of 26. Here's number 22. Look at the period of time that she was captured and then put to death. And think about right here, number 4. Her parents live in Arizona. Her parents could be the parents next door that you know. That's why the President of the United States has an American first retaliation policy. You understand? No matter what the media says today, Donald Trump wanted this SOB, this piece of no good garbage, this man that raped for years. What number was she? 17? Did I get it? What was that number? No, 22. Raped her for years from Arizona before killing her. Barack Obama, let's just call it a 2-year window. Leave it at that. Barack Hussein Obama had a 2-year window, okay, with the best fighting force in American history, in world history, world history. Best fighting force in world history. But if Barack Hussein Obama and Hillary Clinton and the rest of this pieces of garbage would have applied our intelligence departments, our CIA and others, instead of working to create this monster, instead of John Brennan and Clapper and the rest of them working to try to figure out how to stop Trump, I'm serious, if the intelligence departments would have been instructed by the President of the United States to identify and rescue this woman over this, let's call it 2-year window, didn't happen. Number 4, this piece of garbage Baghdadi is dead. And I tell you, I think the reporting of the hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media this morning, I think the reporting of the corrupt corporate media over the weekend, I tell you what, a couple of them ought to go down to Guantanamo Bay. And now, you know what, I want to know when the Kurds, and I'm not anti-Kurd, but when did the Kurds now don't get this wrong, Christians out there, don't misunderstand what I'm about to say, okay? Now, the hashtag corporate corrupt mainstream media, okay, they have no use for the Jews. Get real, they have no use for the Jews. When did they take Christian Kurds? When did that media like Christians, number one, and Kurds, and make them God's chosen people that Donald Trump has abandoned? I'm your host, BKP. I did not want to open this morning. I don't give a rat's ass about Nancy Pelosi and what Adam Schiff knows. I don't give a nothing about anything other than knowing this piece of garbage is dead, okay? And I tell you what's more important to me than Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff knowing is how was our dog that got hurt. I'd like a report on that. I don't give a whatever about Nancy Pelosi. All right, let's go. We're going to come back. I just wanted to open up and mention those 4. Whoa, sorry. I almost forgot. Number 69. This is the Jordanian pilot that was captured and burned alive for all of us to see. This animal burned him alive for all of us to see. What an animal. Take us out of here. We'll be right back.
Hello, My name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. There are the ways that you can text me about the show, send me emails, or also the ways you can follow us on social media. Now, I want the video. Let's see. I'm going to get it here for you because I sent you so much, Destiny. And I want to play the negativity, the comments of Democrats and some journalists. I hate to call them journalists. Media, they're just so depressed. I have to tell you, this morning, to see the media this depressed, give me the one, it's called, give me the video that out of Twitter, Eric Swalwell with Chris Wallace, and it's from Fox News Sunday. Do you have that one? It's a Twitter video. All right, let's play this one right here.
House Democrats are in the middle of impeachment hearings that could lead to the removal of President Trump. But as you've seen this morning, the president announced a successful military raid that took out one of this country's biggest enemies. Here to discuss both is Congressman Eric Swalwell, a Democratic member of the House Intelligence Committee. And Congressman, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, Chris.
Your reaction to the raid, the takedown of Baghdadi, what it means for the U.S., what it means for stability in the Middle East.
It's a good and just day in America. And, I thank the intelligence community for the role they played, the men and women who were part of the combat operation. And also, it sounds like the Kurds did play an assisting role here, which I think goes to the value of the Kurds. I'll say to your question earlier to the Vice President, it is unfortunate that the Speaker of the House and the Gang of Eight, at least on the Democratic side, were not notified. As you remember, after the before the Osama bin Laden raid, the Gang of Eight was read in by President Obama, and I hope that doesn't go to other issues where we are not being informed and able to play our oversight authority.
Let me wait a minute. You're saying that none of the Gang of Eight, you're talking about the intel head and the ranking minority member in each party, as well as the leaders in the House and Senate, none of them were informed about this?
On the Democratic side, and I was told that just before I came on. And I also read...
So not Chuck Schumer, not Nancy Pelosi, not the Adam Schiff?
That's correct. But it sounded like from the president's words that he had consulted at least with Richard Burr, who is the Republican lead on the Senate side. And again, that just goes to larger concerns that the president is abdicating the responsibility to keep Congress informed. And President Obama did do that before the Osama bin Laden raid. Again, this is a big day for the person that was taken down and the people, and it means a lot to the people who were victims of what al-Baghdadi has done. And I don't want to take away from that.
All right, so Eric, let me explain to you. Obama is the deep state. Obama is in the deep state. So the deep state did not leak on themselves. That's funny, you should say that. Leak about themselves, or leak on themselves. I like that. They didn't, well, they're wetting their pants now because of Durham and Attorney General Barr. So the deep state, they are leaking on themselves. Oh, let me get back. I knew this day would get out of focus. But anyhow, so Obama, let me explain to you, Eric, is the deep state and surrounded by the deep state. So they were not concerned about a leak. And the Republicans have respect for the safety and concern for the safety of our men and women on the ground. I'm telling you, Trump did the right thing, folks, because if Pelosi and her gang like Schiff, it would have been out. Oh yeah, it would have definitely been out and on the internet, and these people have the internet. So let me explain very quickly. Nancy, remember this? American people, remember this? This is number 767. This is when the president called you in and included you. Your two little lap dogs, there's Steny Hoyer and on one side and Chuck U. Schumer. And remember, you blew a gasket and you stood up and wagged your little finger. You wagged it and pointed at our president of the United States. You remember this meeting right here? Now, there's something I want you to look at, okay? Ready? President Trump looked to his left. Maybe you're right, okay? Not McCarthy. See that right there? Okay. Look down next to him, the general, right next to him. See the general there? Okay, you see that? Okay, this guy on the very end, I'm not going to get into that. Now, look at those two right there. And then give me, we're going to come back to that picture. Number 10, the Situation Room. Yeah, there you go. See the two guys on Trump's side, the general? And is that Espy? Is that his name? Okay, Secretary of Defense. Look there. Now, let's go back to Nancy. Remember we invited you? Nancy, we invited you. We were going to talk to you maybe. We were going to see how we go here. We were going to talk about Syria and withdrawal number 67 again. Remember that? You got up and blew a gasket. We really couldn't trust you after that, Nancy. And then you remember, where did you go right after that when you blew a gasket? Number 68. Nancy, you remember you and Chuck and Steny ran right out and found some microphones. It said the president, you always do those, the president of the United States threw a temper tantrum, and I'm doing walk like an Egyptian. Remember that? You always do that? You come out there and he threw a temper tantrum and called you a third-rate politician, but really a third-grade politician. Remember that? Sorry, Nancy, we could not let you know. We could not let you know. Okay? So let's go with this guy right here. Let's go with this guy very quickly. Number 14, Adam. You know, right now, one-on-one with Adam Schiff there, ABC, Martha Raddatz. Adam, you know it, and the American people know it, that you perpetrated a fraud on the President of the United States concerning the Russian collusion delusion, and now you're trying to, we think, helped, allegations are your staff may have helped write the whistleblower complaint, and you're running a phony sham here on an impeachment on the president. And things continue to, you have a closed door. Adam, you realize you have a closed door. You're the ones that keep saying Republicans stormed a closed door, secure, highly secure meeting. But somehow in your closed door, highly secured, depositions that you're doing, they keep leaking out to the media. So we just couldn't tell you, Adam. We couldn't tell you. We've seen you lie before, and we've seen you leak. So anyhow, let's go to they've gone nuts today. So let's go to another one. Hold on just a minute here. Let's see, that one was that one. I got another one here that I want to do. Let's go to the YouTube one that says President Trump did not notify Nancy Pelosi, because we're talking about that. You got that one? President Trump did not notify Pelosi. No, I did not want to. I wanted to make sure it was kept a secret. You got that YouTube one? No, I sent you one. Now I'm going to send this to you. Is it? All right, go ahead and run that one.
Ahead of time?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. I wanted to make sure this kept secret. I don't want to have men lost and women. I don't want to have people lost.
Do you anticipate inviting the Special Forces teams to the White House after
Oh, yeah,
this?
they'll be invited. I don't know if they'll want to have their faces shown, to be honest with you. You know, they're incredible for the country. They're not looking for public relations. But they love doing what they're doing. I've seen it. First Lady was out there recently looking at what they do. She came back, she said, wow, I've never seen anything like that. The training, all of the training and the power of the people, the men and women, the strength, the physical strength, the mental strength. These are incredible people. These are very unique individuals.
Okay, no, I did not inform Nancy Pelosi. No, I did not inform the Democrats. I didn't want people hurt. Now, we flew a mission, all right? Now, the details are coming out, and you can spend all day reading all the details, and that's great. So let's just say we flew this mission in an hour and a half. Here it's over an hour. We flew this mission in. Low helicopters had to go in, all right? Couldn't take chances. I mean, what if this was leaked before the President of the United States and our counterparts got to discuss airspace? The Russians had to know we were coming in. The media is going nuts that the Russians knew before the Democrats. But let me tell you something. Obviously, the Russians kept it a secret, okay? Turkish, I always just can't deal with those people. Their military had to know. There was a lot of surface-to-air firepower. The Kurds knew what were happening. But we couldn't let the Democrats know. If this would have leaked, and they would have heard these choppers in the air, our enemy, they have firepower. He didn't want to get anybody hurt. Wasn't worth the chance. He doesn't care how much Nancy Pelosi likes him today. He did it in honor of 4 Americans. Now, obviously, to kill the leader of ISIS. Sotloff, right? Foley, Kasich, and Mueller. He didn't care about Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Adam. He didn't care about them. No, absolutely not. Now, what I want to do now is we have 4 Twitter videos. I want to do, you know the ones I said I want to do in a row out of that article? Can we make that happen? Yes, I like that answer. Let's go with those 4 Twitter videos.
Anticipate inviting the Special Forces teams to the White House after
Oh, yeah,
this?
they'll be invited. I don't know if they'll want to have their faces shown, to be honest with you. They're incredible for the country. They're not looking for public.
All right, as the press conference and announcement turns into lesser matters about who will be invited to the White House to thank them, let's talk about.
So I'll let Sandy answer the operational military question. But to me, right, this is a great day. We should be really thankful that Baghdadi is gone. And clearly the intelligence community and the U.S. military did an amazing job, and the president made exactly the right decision.
And the president thanked Gina Haspel, the CIA director.
And I think we'll learn more in the days ahead about what the intelligence was and how we got it, and we'll thank even more people. Bothered me a little bit some of what the president did in providing detail about taking back to the United States pieces of Baghdadi's body. It bothered me a little bit hearing the president talk about some of that Syrian oil being ours, right? Because that's what inspires some extremists. The oil comments, Margaret, really validate, at least it sounds to people like it validates 40 to 50 years of conspiracy theories about what American foreign policy is all about, right? And it's not. So a great day, but I think the president could have handled the press conference a little bit better.
I wonder here if this type of killing only reinforces the ideology of Baghdadi's followers and, in fact, strengthens it.
Well, it doesn't make it any easier for those of us who want to destroy the organization completely.
The president obviously speaking at great length, sharing incredible detail about this mission in Syria. What strikes you? What stands out to you?
Well, this is obviously a major accomplishment, but from a counterterrorism perspective, the president's engagement with the media on this, Brian, is pretty surprising to me. This is a high-risk period. Immediately after a special operation like this, there is increased risk of retaliatory attacks and risk to human sources on the ground in Syria, for example. The level of detail that President Trump went into in that press conference increases the risk to sources that may still be on the ground. It's really unprecedented when you think about how much detail he actually went into. And
Are you saying it's irresponsible?
I think it is irresponsible. I think it puts sources at risk, and it's unnecessary at this point. He could have been much more succinct in what he said. Typically, you have all of these talking points scrubbed by the intelligence community to make sure that they don't have the unintended impact of inspiring more attacks. He did try to preclude any image of Baghdadi as a martyr by describing him, I think, as a whimpering dog and a coward and that sort of thing.
Right.
But it's clear that while the intelligence community played a very big role in implementing this raid, it does not appear he's listening to them in terms of how to manage its aftermath.
All right. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. But wait a minute. Before we go, let me tell you exactly what these people are upset with. All right. Level of detail, a high-risk period. Let me tell you exactly what they're all upset with today. Is that the President of the United States of America spoke to you, the American people. He did not go through the Democrats to get permission, okay, to hunt this dog down and kill him like the dog he is. He did not have everything structured to where he released everything through the media. He let the deep state, he's not deep state, so he did not take deep state corporate corrupt media and release everything through the media to feed you, the American people, the narrative that they want you to have. You see, they want to claim to have reported to you the news. They want to claim to have reported to you what took place. They want to claim that their people and their... so now the only thing they have to do is to look for opposition to prove that the president is wrong, and here is the opposition because we're real journalists and reporters. That's not the case. They are mad that the President of the United States came out yesterday morning and told the American people what happened. And they can't take it. That's why they hate Twitter, and they hate everything that directly connects him to the American people. He will come out in a room full of reporters and take questions for 30 minutes, no matter who is there and what's happening, because he knows that's the chance he has to speak to the American people and tell you what really happened. We're going to take a brief break. We'll be back right after these messages.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. There is the way on the screen that you can contact the show. We're always available. If you have a news tip, whatever's going on. Chief at FetchYourNews.com and all the ways you can follow us on social media. Let me say this. Let me see, how do I put this? We want every tip you could possibly send us. So put them right there. And right now, you guys have a lot out there that you're sending us, and we are working on it. We promise, okay? We don't have, and I don't want to deter anybody from sending the tips. Please send them. Fill the mailbox full of tips. We cover 10 counties in North Georgia at the current time and 2 in North Carolina. Send those news tips in. But we have a certain amount of staff, all right? So we're trying to go through each and every one and sort through all the news tips. But please send them to us. Don't get discouraged if we don't make something happen on your news tip immediately. So that being said, I think I have one more video today, and it's where he compares Donald Trump. It says, compares Donald Trump, CNN senior international correspondent, compares Donald Trump to ISIS. Okay, do you have that video? If you do, I think that's the last one I sent you today. All right? Yes.
Here. There were lots of moments during Donald Trump's speech which jarred to some degree. It was extraordinary how the communications were managed. There's a long trail ahead of him actually finally releasing details, explicit details, some of which sort of echoed, frankly, the crudeness you would often expect to hear maybe from ISIS about the whimpering, screaming Baghdadi pinned down in a sealed tunnel, killing himself and his 3 children. It was sort of disturbing to hear to some degree.
Journalists all over, not journalists, oh my gosh, as they identify themselves as journalists, no matter what network it is, they are talking about ISIS, that they will be a resurgent, how we did the Kurds wrong. They are going nuts this morning that President Trump thanked Russia. Nothing about this being a successful mission. Now they'll say, well, you know, this is a great day for America, but boom, they go right into the negativity. Now I want to ask a question. Where is, and I'm serious, because I looked around the internet, if I missed it, put up the ways to contact us again, because I want to ask a question, and if you find something out there, okay, Chief at FetchYourNews.com. Now, if it happens later today, I don't know if I accept it. I want yesterday, I want Sunday or early Monday. I don't want Monday past 2 o'clock or Monday night or Tuesday, because they've worked all day to craft their answer, okay? Where is all the congratulatory comments from the Democrat presidential primary candidates? Where is the statement yesterday morning immediately, congratulations to our military, our men and women of the military that protect us every day, that, you know, put a stop to this evil dog, or whatever they want to call him. They want to call him a religious philosopher. Oh my God, forget it. We won't go there right now. Washington Post or New York Times, I don't know which one it was. But anyhow, if you could send me links to Elizabeth Warren, what's her name, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders. If you could send me a list of the great comments they made, if you could send me a list of them being American first, this is their chance yesterday. This is their chance to put, right, politics aside. Remember? Where is Pete Buttigieg? He's, this guy is a gay, a gay military hero. I mean, he gay, served tour, did he do 2 tours in Iraq or Afghanistan, right? Where's he at? Where is he at celebrating his, the men and women in the military that served alongside of him and making it about America first? Where is any of that this morning? Where? Did you see it? Because if you did, please email me a link. Okay, because what I think they're doing is I think they're crafting their negative statement for tonight. All right? Later this evening, later this afternoon, there'll be a statement float out from these campaigns. But I want to know where they were yesterday morning when the president announced, who tweeted it out. Maybe Kamala Harris, send me their tweet of how great it is to be an American yesterday. Yesterday was a great day just to be an American, not a Democrat, not a Republican. This was our chance just to be an American. This is our chance yesterday to say to the Foley family, to the Sotloff family, James Foley family, Kazakh family, and Kayla Mueller family. Yesterday was a great day to be an American, just be an American and surrounding them with love and care. And you know what? We got him. And this one's for you, whatever. Great day. Not a Democrat, not a Republican, not a member of the deep state, just an American yesterday. And they didn't do it. So I'd like to see that. Okay, let me go to I have to get out at 9:50 on Mondays. Remember, on Mondays, I have to get out at 9:50 on account of the instant replay with Lauren Hunter. Okay, instant replay with Lauren Hunter on Team FYN Sports Facebook page. It comes on at 10:10. I got to get out here at 9:50. Now, this morning, let's talk about a little bit of the media, and the ones that I hate. I guess I can't hate them. My mom did not allow us to hate anybody. We were only, she would always say, you could only dislike their ways. Come on, Mom, I can't hate them. No, you can only dislike their ways. Don't let me hear you say you hate anybody. But these two right here come as close to 2 people I hate more than anything in the world, and that's number 27. Now, I want you to look, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Trump confirms death of ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. I can't get into the 4 names. But if you notice, I think that is, it says 5:06 Central Time, okay? No, it says 5:08. I think it's 5:08 Central Time. All right? Meaning 6:08 in the morning. Now, they come on at 6, and the reason I want you to see this is I can see it on my screen. I doubt you can, but this is the reason I take these pics. Trump confirms death of ISIS leader al-Baghdadi, 6:08 this morning. 8 minutes into the broadcast before it's mentioned. Before it's even mentioned. And when it is, it's not mentioned in a light of congratulations to the president for having the nerve. The president has to have the nerve. Okay? Now, I don't want to go into bin Laden and the risk there. But when you find out, and it will come out, and it's already being talked about, this is one of the most dangerous, okay? Black Hawk Down, remember? You remember some things that we've tried, just not knocking our military? you will hear that this is one of the most dangerous missions of going in somewhere in the history of our military, with cover at night through helicopters going low over areas that had surface-to-air missiles that we had to let certain people know we're coming through there. When you hear the choppers, that's us. So anyhow, that being said, it was 6:08 this morning before the two of these pieces of SH *** said anything. It's on the screen. Now go to 28. (6:07). At 6:07, for the first 7 minutes, these two are on the air this morning. They talk about crowd chants, lock him up at President Trump. That's why I showed you it was 6:08 before they ever said the words ISIS, al-Baghdadi dead. The first 7 minutes, these two and the rest of them, let's go to number 29. Trump greeted with chorus of boos at World Series. 6:04 in the morning. This is what they thought was important. Number 30. It says 4 a.m. Mountain Time. 6 a.m. in the morning, folks. Morning Joe is on from 6 to 9. 6 a.m. in the morning. The very first graphic on the screen at 6 a.m. with these un-American pieces of garbage is Trump greeted with chorus of boos at World Series. If you could see in the corner, it's 4 a.m. Mountain Time, 6 a.m., their first graphic of the day. Here's another one, first graphic of the day. Well, I said it's first series, okay? They run a couple. They talk and they flash them. Number 31, Washington Post. Trump met with sustained boos when introduced at Game 5 of the World Series, when the president was announced on the public address system after the third inning as part of a tribute to veterans. The crowd roared into a sustained booing, hitting almost 100 decibels. Chants of lock him up and impeach him then broke out at Nationals Park. This is it. This is it. Not a word for 7 minutes. Washington Post. Maybe at the Nationals Park. Maybe last night at the World Series, which I think now the Nationals will lose. Maybe on the Jumbotron in the swamp of Washington, D.C., all of you elitists out there that had your little red Washington hat on, Nationals hat, all those kids in there work for congressmen, work for House of Representatives, work in the White House, work in the Pentagon. They're all deep state. I just wanted to say that. Maybe there were 2 or 3 that were not. But every one of them there, maybe if on the Jumbotron they would have said, now please stand for a moment of silence as we honor these 4 Americans. Number 15. Number 17. Number 18. And number 21. And today, the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, give me number 6. This is the Jumbotron. Donald J. Trump yesterday, Commander-in-Chief, made a decision to go in and kill number 4, al-Baghdadi, or whatever his name is, al-Baghdadi, the leader of ISIS. And maybe the Nationals stadium there would have broke out and erupt in cheers. Maybe they would have erupted in cheers with those 4 pictures and those names. Maybe if there was a thing on the damn Jumbotron that had the lady's name and her name and the date she died and Foley and the name, the date they died, and then the President of the United States extinguished this piece of garbage, maybe they would have broke out in little American flags. Maybe the Nationals could have gave out tiny American flags at the door, and they could have broke out, and wouldn't that have been a scene at the World Series, America's game, of these tiny American flags as these pictures were shown. And this piece of garbage is dead, and the President of the United States, number 5, right there on the Jumbotron, and would have said Donald J. Trump made a decision to kill, and maybe the cheers would have broke out. And we're happy to have with us today the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. So these deep state baseball fans, I love baseball. That's a problem, me saying that, calling them baseball fans. But maybe after that, this deep state group, what if they'd have broke in to lock him up then? What if they'd have broke into booze then, after cheers? Or would they have not cheered over such an American patriotic day? A good day for all America. I'm just asking. I'm going to take a short break because I want to come back and get started on something else, obviously. Take us to break.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff. Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellen, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
October is Truck Month at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, with the year's biggest savings on every 2019 Chevy truck and SUV in Days' massive inventory, like over $11,000 off Silverado crew cabs, or more than $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. So don't just sit there. Go save a payload during Truck Month, happening now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevy trucks always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
All right, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. It's already 9:15 in the morning. I don't get... I normally don't do this, but happy birthday, Joeen. If you're watching, I just want to say happy birthday, Joeen. We'll leave it at that. Good morning from the office, 706-889-9700, chief at FetchYourNews.com, and there's all the ways you can follow us on social media. Let me say this. Let's get into, I have to get out at 9:50 every Monday morning. I have to make room here for Lauren Hunter, an instant replay. Her show is every Monday on Team FYN Sports Facebook page. That's Team FYN Sports Facebook page. So I don't have a lot of time here on Monday, so 9:50 I got to skedaddle. Now, nobody skedaddles, do they? Let me make sure. Let me double check. Now, tomorrow morning I will get back in. We'll get back into Ukraine. I promise we will. We'll get back into that. My thing today, for the most part, has been to say, you know what? Democrats are anti-American. That's my opinion. All right, that is totally my opinion. I'm going to check out some headlines here real quick. Pelosi once notified. Trump wanted to make sure it was kept a secret. Now Pelosi wants a full report. Let me get rid of some of these videos. Okay, I don't want to leave something right now. I don't think I sent you the videos, and I'm not going to send the videos right now. The ABC story, we may run at another time. The families, it would be the Foley family, the Mueller family. Okay, they are very. Representative Katie Hill resigned. We've talked about that. She was the one that was having a little extra fun in the office. Congresswoman from California, Democrat. John Conyers died at 90 years old. Let's see. There was a story here earlier concerning the families and their comments, but maybe they're gone. Kaylee Mueller's mother. Daughter might still be alive if Obama had been as decisive as Trump. And that's in that ABC story. They were very upset with President Obama. All four of these happened on Obama's watch. I don't have time right now, but sorry, Joe, Team Obama refused to arm Ukraine at all. Obama was sending blankets and, pillows, while Trump administration is sending real military might to Ukraine. Total sham, this Ukraine impeachment. But I do want to go through my pictures of the day, and I don't think I want to leave those. So we're going to go, let's remember number 67. Every time Nancy runs her mouth and says that nobody told her, and she's the Speaker of the House, remember this picture, number 67, her jumping up, blowing a gasket, and wagging her finger in the face of the President of the United States. Number 68, here she goes to find microphones, her and her cronies right behind her. Thing 1 and Thing 2, Steny Hoyer and Chucky Schumer. All right. Number 66, we just got to go through media narrative today. Trump did not inform Dems before raid. Pelosi slams president for alerting Russia and not Congress. Don't you love that Russia knew and Pelosi did not? I love everything about it. He doesn't care. Do you realize this president of the United States puts his priorities in order? Do you realize with everything thrown at him in the last 2 or 3 weeks, from impeachment, from Ukrainian president, from pulling out, making an announcement, he's pulling out every single thing he's been hit with for the last 2-3 weeks. Do you realize this guy kept his composure? Well, this is a guy that loves just to go brag. Why didn't he brag on himself in advance? How did he keep a secret? How did he keep his composure over the last several weeks? That's who he is. He was not going to let anything at all mess up getting this guy to end ISIS as we know it and revenge, if that's what you want to call it, for 4 Americans. And you know what? When he says, when they come in and the generals say, Mr. President, you know, as far as notifying, we have to let the Russians know that we're going to go over this airspace. And we're going to have to let Turkey know, and we're going to have to let the Kurds know, but you're not letting Nancy Pelosi know. Do you realize tomorrow morning when you wake up, the fact that you told Vladimir Putin something you didn't tell Nancy Pelosi, they're going to blow a gasket? I don't care. President of the United States probably says, I don't care. It's for the best and safety of our men and women going in. I refuse to tell Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff. Love it, love it, love it. He knew the pressure he would be under. Number 65, this is what's going on all morning long, all over the networks. Can U.S. prevent ISIS resurgence? Can't you do 24 hours, just 24 hours of thanking the president? Can't you do 24 hours of the amazing decision to pull the trigger on this operation? No. After withdrawal from Syria and betrayal of Kurdish allies, now all of a sudden the media loves Christians. Yeah, I tell you what, why don't we take a little time, media, and go through the world and look at the Christian persecution in this world that you don't cover 1 ounce of, not 1 ounce. There is cleansing all over Africa. You don't cover 1 ounce. But all of a sudden, you guys love the Christians and you love the Kurds. And they become the media's chosen people. The Kurds. Hashtag Kurds, media's chosen people. Number 64. Just looking at some of the pictures, ISIS likely to endure without its founder. You might have killed him, Trump, but they're not going anywhere. Now, we're going to get to the oil. I know you're saying, well, what about the oil? Okay. U.S. law enforcement at alert for ISIS sympathizer retaliation. Number 62. Al-Baghdadi fled into underground tunnel. President says ISIS leader detonated vest, killed himself with 3 children. Number 61. U.S. kills ISIS leader al-Baghdadi. President Trump, he died like a dog. He died like a coward, a sniveling baby. Number 60, ISIS founder killed in U.S. operation. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. I want to find one that... Number 44, this is at 4:08 this morning. This is MSNBC First Look. U.S. military convoy crosses border into northeastern Syria to protect region's oil resources. They are all going nuts over the oil. They're all going nuts that Trump's claim will take it. Who's the oil belong to? Who owns this oil? Do we think we own it? Or are we just thinking we own it because we've captured it? What is the deal on the oil? Well, first and foremost, let's remember this. Barack Hussein Obama allowed ISIS to capture the oil fields, and through that, ISIS became very wealthy with a cash cow. That's how ISIS grew so fast with money, is they had the oil. They had a cash cow in oil. And we said no. We knew we had to take the oil back. Now it's some big thing. The oil, you'll hear oil. Trump said something yesterday that was so correct. They would treat us different today in Iraq. We wouldn't be talking about we would not be talking today about Iraq and a vacuum in Iraq that Iran is going to take advantage of if we leave, if, like President Trump said, we spent trillions over there. So if we'd have took the oil fields and got our companies over in Iraq to do oil leases and tell the Iraqi people the money off that oil is going to come to us until we're paid back. Okay, we all wondered why we didn't do that. You cannot tell me you didn't wonder, why didn't we take the oil in Iraq, all right, get some kind of income, get paid back into our national treasury for the trillions that we lost in this war, and then when it was paid back, it could all be theirs. But no, it would be a different time. Trump saying the same thing yesterday. It freaked them out. Hey, I'll let Exxon Mobil, Chevron, whoever, they come over here, our companies. And no, we're not going to give the oil back to ISIS. That's where they got money from. But they are freaking out over this, okay? Let's go to 43. Reporter, sir, can you say what role the Kurds played in this, just generally? My God, shut the hell up about the Kurds. Please. I mean, they are the media's chosen people. I mean, hey, God has Jews. The media has, the media has the Kurds. Trump thanks Kurds for helping Baghdadi mission after thanking the nations of Russia, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. So he helped thank them last in an order. 42. Trump thanks Kurds for helping al-Baghdadi mission after thanking the nations of Russia. That's again. Let me get with what else I want, because I don't want to go there yet. Number 37, NBC News. Trump kept top Dems in the dark about al-Baghdadi raid. All right. Number 36, just showing how this is the morning. This is not a pro-American morning. This is not God bless the USA. This, he spoke to the American people. They can't take that this man speaks to the American people. This man got elected by the American people, does not trust the media. I do not trust the media. And when he comes out and the cameras come on, he talks to the American people. They can't take that. Here's Pelosi's comment, number 35. Okay. The House must be briefed on this raid, which the Russians, but not top congressional leadership, were notified of in advance, and on the administration's overall strategy in the region. Our military and allies deserve strong, smart, and strategic leadership from Washington, D.C. Everywhere today should play this right here and then say, number 67, Nancy, after this statement, we tried to talk to you. We tried to tell you what was going on. You got up, you wagged your finger, you lost it, you threw a fit. Number 68, you ran outside so you could tell the American people that Donald Trump had a meltdown. I'll tell you what, for all the talk about his cognitive function, for all the talk about his mental state, I love it. Give me number 10. That looks like a guy that just can't cope with every day of his life, huh? Just think that man right there stayed focused. He has stayed focused in the midst of every piece of possible criticism you could take. And look at those other men. I'm going to take a quick break and come back and wrap up, but I do want to say this. Check out number 2. This is the Georgia gang, okay? And this is Alexa Scott and is it Thornton? I forget his name on the end. Okay, they are freaking out over this young black lady. They are freaking out yesterday morning on the Georgia gang, and this is her name here. This is number 1. okay? I'm going to try to get this lady on my show. Her name is Janelle Jones. She is an amazing young lady. Yesterday on the Georgia Gang, they had to throw out the president's comments about lynching, okay? Giselle said to the other two African-American black panelists, if you want to be the racist police, I love it, okay? And they said, Thornton, I think it's Thurgood or Thornton. I forget his last name. I got to get it. He looked at her and said, don't forget where you come from. They were talking about lynching, and she just supports the president. Don't forget where you come from. I can't believe they say that. This young lady's, look her up. Don't have time right now. Look her up. She's an amazing young lady, Janelle Jones. I'm going to give you her website, speakgeorgia.com. Speakgeorgia.com. Janelle Jones. And I'm going to tell you, please follow this young lady here in Georgia. To me, she's a rock star, man. You watched the Georgia Gang last week and look at the way she got treated by two other African Americans, black panelists, and you will see this young lady's a rock star. Take us to break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, yesterday morning, the President of the United States preempted Chris Wallace, Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. And pretty much Chris Wallace had to just let the President go for an hour. And then after that, Chris followed that with Vice President Pence and Swalwell out in California crying about Democrats not knowing. But he was pretty much, let's go with number 3, he was pretty much in a box that he would have had a tough time doing too much. Now, they all talked a little bit about impeachment, but too much of a transition. Wallace was, waiting for the President Trump to deliver a major statement. Then let's go to number 4, awaiting President Trump to make a major statement. We felt that was the statement that was going to be made, that al-Baghdadi had been killed. This is one of the pictures of number 5 on Fox News Sunday. ISIS, number 6, ISIS leader al-Baghdadi confirmed dead after U.S. military operation. Another one, number 7, 9:24 a.m. Eastern Time. Meet the Press, number 8, ISIS leader killed. Number 9, mounting pressure. See, the other networks, Trump preempted pretty much Chris Wallace's live morning shot. Now, across the country, they all juggle a little bit. Which one comes on at 9 a.m., which one comes on at 10, which one comes on at 11. And then Meet the Press? Face the Nation is in the middle there somewhere. You see here. Number 11, Meet the Press, Chuck Todd, Ambassador Robert O'Brien, White House National Security Advisor. Here is something I want you to, I wanted to look at. Chuck Todd is so upset. Chuck Todd showed no respect to our special forces or our mission yesterday, none whatsoever. I watched the whole entire thing, no respect to our special forces or the mission. He did not. Chuck Todd wanted to know from White House National Security Advisor O'Brien, wanted to know about the 100 ISIS fighters that supposedly escaped. Okay? He wanted to know about those 100, and maybe the best line of the day was O'Brien looked and said that the 100 ISIS fighter line, that's Twitter intel. Your information is Twitter intel. And I love that because somebody has finally put in the frame that Twitter is the intel that these media, Chuck Todd, MSNBC, they go with Twitter intel, as he called it yesterday. I absolutely loved it. All right, so we'll pass that up. I love this. I captured this. I'm going to save this. Number 13. I am the team. Do you have a team that's surrounding? I am the damn team. I'm the whole damn team. I play catcher, pitch. I'm first to third, and I run the outfield. I am the team. I tell you, I'm sorry, folks, but that makes it for me. We should have somebody do graphics. Let's go with number 14 that says, look at there, Adam Schiff, because if those eyes are not piercing and smoke not coming out of his ears, that he was already scheduled. These Democrats were already scheduled for the morning, and they couldn't get out. So it was a great day for America, and that's about the extent of it. A great day for America. Number 23, Trump's Syrian troop withdrawal, complicated plans for al-Baghdadi raid. It's a success. The mission's a success. The guy is dead. We retained major intel information But the New York Times, Trump's Syrian troop withdrawal complicated it. The Syrian and Iraqi Kurds, one official said, provided more intelligence for the raid than any single country. What the hell? When did the Kurds become the media's chosen people? American officials, number 24, American officials said the Kurds continued to provide information to the CIA on they called him, al-Baghdadi's location, even after Mr. Trump's decision to withdraw the American troops left the Syrian Kurds to confront Turkish offense alone. People, they are messed up. Number 26, whimpering, screaming, crying, a beautiful dog. Trump's vivid account of Baghdadi's raid. Don't want to go into that no more. It took 40 minutes. Their problem is he told the American people, I don't want to go into that. I do want to show you this one. Number 32. Now, what is the big deal about number 32? Families of Americans killed by ISIS react to news of Baghdadi's death. You can't see it maybe in the bottom corner, but that is 4:35 a.m., 5:35 Eastern Time. 35 minutes into this broadcast before there's any acknowledgement of the deaths of Americans that were beheaded and the Jordanian pilot that was burned alive. 35 minutes into this broadcast this morning before one single comment was made. Okay, so other big news that they want to make sure you know about this morning. Number 41, John Kelly, I feel bad that I left. John Kelly warned Trump he would be impeached. They make sure they're getting everything in, okay? So let me see what else I got here. Number 52, NBC there, MSNBC, former White House Chief of Staff John Kelly says he warned Trump on impeachment. CNN, we told you MSNBC, right? CNN got in on it also. I will say this, CNN kind of put this behind some other stories, but there's number 53, Trump attends World Series Game 5, crowd boos and chants, lock him up. Number 54, CNN got in on it. Now, if you don't have, if you need clear, if you're looking for somewhere to follow everything on the impeachment, this is what, look at CNN, what they do. I mean, how anti-American, number 55. CNN.com/impeachment. These people are disgusting, folks, disgusting. Number 56, Representative Katie Hill resigns, facing allegations of a relationship with a congressional staffer. Not just a relationship, little romping around in her office. Right there. Hold all my calls. All right, here you go. And this is Trump's comments on Kelly, number 58. John Kelly never said that. He never said anything like that. If he would have said that, I would have thrown him out of the office. I love this guy. I would have thrown him out of the office. He just wants to come back into the action like everybody else does. That's a statement to CNN. Now, this one I love. This is Stephanie Grisham. Stephanie Grisham is she is the press secretary, White House press secretary. Number 57. All right. Trump denies Kelly warned him about to hire a yes man. Here's Stephanie Grisham, White House press secretary. I worked with John Kelly, and he was totally unequipped to handle the genius of this president. Kelly was totally unequipped to handle the genius, man. The old boy's a genius, man. I'm sorry. Not going to be able to go into some things this morning, so we will go. I want to end this way. Again, I want to remind the American people or any of our viewers exactly. We will get into Ukraine tomorrow and the corruption. We will get into John Durham and Attorney General William Barr. We will get into General Flynn, the kill shot. We'll get into all of that again tomorrow. We were just trying to do our little part in correcting and giving the President of the United States of America the respect that he pulled the trigger on this operation that let these animals, absolute animals, know that we're not going to tolerate them. Number 15, James Foley. Okay? James Foley, Barack Obama's president of the United States. He was beheaded on August 19, 2014. 16, there he is, out in the desert. Absolutely out in the desert. And this day is August 19, 2014. ISIS, James Foley, a journalist. My God, if his name would have just been Khashoggi. 17, I guess. There he is. Stephen Slotloff. Sorry about that, Stephen, and your family. All right, next one right after that. We're going to stay in the order of the number. Go to the next number. There he is in the desert. He was beheaded September 2nd, 2014. Let me remind you, Barack Obama is President of the United States. Next picture. Peter Kazik. Okay, next picture. There he is in the desert. He's beheaded November 16th, 2014. That's the day. Barack Obama's president of the United States. Go to the next picture. It's Kaylee Mueller. Kaylee was abducted. Now keep this in mind, okay? August 3rd, 2013. Remember that. She was abducted by ISIS. August 3rd, 2013. Al-Baghdadi raped this woman from August 3rd, 2013 until February 6, 2015. 13, 15. Raped her. Her age, 26 years old. Killed. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back tomorrow. We will get back to Ukraine. We will get back to all the crazy things Democrats do. Maybe tomorrow we'll be reporting on those great American stories about the all the patriotic Democrat presidential candidates that I can't find any of their statements. Don't forget, folks, Trump 2020. Take us out of here.